Chat is on if you, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna watch our little video, might ask us some questions, okay? Here we go.
My meter challenge goes live tonight, and I can't get past the first question. Maybe Victor has finally outsmarted his maker.
Well, bro, good thing your older and wiser sister is always one step ahead of you. We need to know how to add and subtract 2- and 3-digit numbers to complete Victor's challenge. This Cube IQ app should come in handy.
So, we can use flats, rods, and small cubes to model numbers? Genius!
I know I am. Find the sum. 165 plus 123. We can build each of these numbers with base 10 blocks.
Cue the app.
Let's start with 165. I can drag one flat to represent the 1 in the hundreds place.
And I'll drag 6 rods to represent the 6 in the tens place.
Finish building the number by dragging small cubes to show the ones.
Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna give you guys that power to unmute. Somebody wanna tell me how many ones do I need to drag?
I can't really see anything.
Okay, 5. Good. Some people say 5. So I'm gonna drag 5. Okay.
Check you out. 165 can be pictured with 1 flat, 6 rods, and 5 small cubes, and can be written as 100 plus 60 plus 5.
Good.
Now it's your turn to drag blocks to build 123.
All right, so now how many hundreds of blocks do I need to drag?
1.
Good. How many 10?
2. 2.
And how many 1?
10. 3. 3. 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
You got it! 123 can be pictured with 1 flat, 2 rods, and 3 small cubes, and can be written as 100 plus 20 plus 3.
Good job. There we go.
Now, let's combine all of the blocks. How many flats, rods, and small cubes are there in all?
Okay, so let's start with our small cubes. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many small cubes? How many small cubes?
8.
Good. Okay.
8.
Now let's count our 10. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many 10s?
8. 8.
Good. And how many hundreds?
2. 2.
2. Good job.
Roger that. If we combine the blocks we get, 2 flats, 8 rods, and 8 small cubes, that's 200 plus 80 plus 8.
Good job. Okay.
Find the sum.
We're gonna.
You can use the blocks.
Oh. Let's see. We're gonna try and skip to our next part.
Level 2. Looks like we need to break apart numbers and find their sum. Let's try.
Find the
I want to go. We're gonna try and find the subtraction. So let me see if I can find it.
Now we have both numbers in
Okay. My video I was hoping wasn't gonna be.
I couldn't see.
expanded form.
Okay, we're gonna move to our next thing.
Add the hundreds, tens,
I
and
couldn't
ones.
see it.
All right. Here we go. Okay. So now what you need to do. So now that we did that quick little review with.
I couldn't see it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and get that fixed, William. Okay. Okay. You need to open up your binders to page 49. Open up your binders to page 49. I'm gonna get my iPad set up. sorry, you were opening it to the red section. So red section, page 49. Let me turn my video back on. There we go. And let me get it so you guys can see.
What pages is it again?
49. All right, here we go. Page, oh. Okay, go ahead, wave at me if you guys can't find it. Anyone not able to find it? Oh, Beckham, you can't find it? Do you have page 48 or 50? Beckham, if you can't find this page, you can always use your whiteboard and do it with us.
Okay.
Was there anybody else? Marcelo, I saw you put your hand up on here. Is there anybody else who can't find it? Cameron, you don't have this page?
I don't have it.
Okay, so same thing like I just told Beckham, use your whiteboard for this page, okay? Then we'll try and find the other ones for you when it gets there.
I don't have my whiteboard.
You don't have your whiteboard in your binder?
No, I forgot it at home.
Okay, so then why don't you grab a piece of binder paper then, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty. Is there anybody else who can't find this page? I'm looking for people waving, not seeing anybody. Okay, here we go. Let me just do one thing real quick. Okay, so this time we're going to work on subtracting, okay? That's a key part of this, is that we are moved into subtracting, okay? All right, so here is our problem. Ava bought a bag of 475 glass beads. So remember, that's an important number, so I'm going to circle it. Okay, 475 glass beads. She used 134 beads to make a necklace. It's another important number. Okay, 134. How many beads are left in the bag? I'm going to underline that. That is our question. How many beads are left? So somebody remind me, because in subtraction, it's important. What number are we starting with? Somebody with a hand up. Aria, what number are we starting with? How many beads did she have?
475.
475. So for right now, I'm going to write that here. Okay. How many did she use? How many beads did she use? How many beads did she use? Okay, so I'm seeing another person in the chat telling me they don't have this page. Use your whiteboard then, okay? You can use your whiteboard or a piece of binder paper. Okay, I see Jasmine telling me she used 134. And we're trying to figure out how many are left. So what kind of math are we doing? If we want to know how many are left. Taylani, what kind of math?
Subtraction.
Subtraction, okay? Now, I wrote it like this. I'm gonna give you guys this opportunity to solve it any way that you think to solve it. So you are doing 475 minus 134. Go ahead, take a couple minutes and solve that. I know some of you are putting it in the chat, but I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes on your own. I'm going to give you guys one more minute. Okay, I'm seeing lots of people not writing anymore. So I think that tells me we're ready. Okay, does somebody want to share how they got their answer and what they got? I saw Taylani. All right, first tell me how you did it.
I did base 10 blocks.
Okay, you did base 10 blocks. Okay. So what did you draw first?
First, I draw 475.
Okay. So you drew, I'm going to draw it over here. So you drew how many hundreds flats? How many of these did you draw, Melanie? Sorry, say that again.
4.
Okay, 4 hundreds flats. And how many tens?
4.
4. Oh, how many tens? Oh, wait, 7.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And how many ones cubed?
7.
And then how many ones?
7.
How many ones should be in 475? And you can type it to me again if you need to. Good, 5. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead just so we can let other people share too. I'm going to trust that for 134. Actually, Taylani, I have a different question. Did you draw out the 134? No. Okay, so tell me what you did then, Taylani.
I crossed out one of the hundreds.
Okay, and how many hundreds did you cross out?
1.
And then how many tens did you cross out?
3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. And how many ones did you cross out?
4.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Taylani, what did it leave you with? What number?
341.
341. Perfect. Okay. And then I saw Daniela did you do it a different way, Daniela, and you want to share? Okay, go for it, Daniela.
I took my way. I took a look at the numbers and I pictured them like they were just numbers, not the hundreds and tens. And
Okay.
because so I took a look at the 4.
Okay.
And the 1. And I knew that 4 minus 1 is 3, so I put it 3. But I also knew that 7 minus 3 equals 4.
Okay.
And 5 minus 4 equals 1.
Good. So I like the way that you did that, Daniela. The only thing I'm going to suggest, and it's going to become important a little bit later in our math, is you want to start with the ones. Okay? You can do that exact same thing. Oh, uh-oh. Can you hear me, Daniela? Okay. You can do that exact same thing that you did where you subtracted the numbers just by themselves, but you always want to start with that ones place. Okay? And we'll learn a little bit later the reason for that. Okay, was there anybody else who did something different that wants to share? Those are both excellent ways to solve. Seeing if anybody did something different. Aditri, what'd you do?
I did the stacking method.
The stacking method? Okay, so kind of like this?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you just subtracted, kind of similar to what Daniela did?
Yeah.
Perfect. Sounds good. All righty. Anybody else? Okay. Seeing some people saying they did the same way. Good. Okay. So go ahead and turn to the next page. My friends who are missing this page, maybe check if you have page 50. I'm hoping you do. Okay. So if we do we're going to skip to this look ahead part. Okay. There's one more way I didn't show you on the other page. Okay. Cameron, I saw you waving your hand.
I don't have it. I wasn't looking carefully. I have page 49.
Uh-huh.
But when I look on the back of page 49, it's page 51.
Okay, so just follow along with us right now, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, so this one, they want us to break apart the numbers, right? So I'm going to show you with the first one. So the break apart numbers, right, is when I take 525 and I break it apart, right? So I'm going to do 500 plus 20 plus 5, okay? Because that equals 525, okay? So now if I do the same thing with 213, somebody tell me, how would I break apart 213? Wave your hand at me if you want to break that one apart for me. 213. Aditri, how would I break apart 213?
You'd break it like this. The hundreds are 200.
Yep.
And then And then the tens are 1, so you put a 1, 0.
So a 10. Yep, good. And then how many ones?
And then the ones are 3, so
Perfect.
you just write normal 3.
There we go. Thank you, Aditri. Okay, so then you'd kind of do the same thing that we did on the other page. So it says subtract ones from ones. So that's what that thing I was telling you. Always start with your ones, okay? So what's 5 minus 3? I'm gonna just let you unmute. Somebody tell me 5 minus 3.
2.
2, good. Okay.
2.
20 minus 10.
10.
Good. And 500 minus 200.
300.
Good job. So now what I can do is add these numbers together. So somebody tell me, if I do 300 plus 10 plus 2, what do I get?
313.
Not 13. I got a 2 here. You were close. I see Jesner telling me in the comments 312. Okay. Alrighty. So now it says we can check our work, right, by estimating. Remember, estimating is that rounding word. So we're going to round 525 and 213 to the nearest 10 or 100. Somebody tell me, what do we want to do? The nearest 10 or the nearest 100? Just unmute and shout it out. Should we do 10 or 100?
10.
10. I heard 10 first. Okay. So we're going to look in the tens place. Look next door. 5 or more. So add one more. So what is 525 to the nearest 10? Someone can unmute and tell me. 530. Good. Okay. And now we're going to do the same with 213. Look in the tens place. Look next door. It's less than 5, so we let it rest. What is 213 to the nearest 10? Go ahead, unmute and tell me.
210.
210. Okay. And now we're going to subtract. Somebody think they know 530 minus 210. You can unmute if you think you know or when you figure it out.
320.
320. Okay. So do you feel like 312 and 320, are those pretty close to each other? Are they within 10? So that means you did a good job. A reason where you would say, oh, maybe I got something wrong would be if you rounded these numbers, and if this number was like 412, then that means you're off a whole 100, right? Or if you got 212, and you're off a whole 100, okay? That's where you would need to go back and check your work. Okay. So now, what pages do I want you guys to do? Okay. I'm going to help you guys out, okay? Your guys' assignment today is going to be this page here, 51 and 52, which is on the back. I'm going to help you out by giving you this definition, right? We're going to define the word regrouping. And then your job is going to be to do the illustrations, show examples, and non-examples. Somebody tell me, what do you think a non-example means? What would a non-example be? I'm looking for a hand. What's a non-example of something? Zelda, what do you think?
Something that's not an example. For example, something that's not an example of regrouping.
Yeah, so something that's not showing regrouping, right? So in this one, you're going to show regrouping, and this one you're not, okay? But I'm going to give you a little help. I'm going to define regrouping for you, and you have two choices. You can write it exactly how I'm writing it, or you can give me your definition, right? So how you would word that. So the definition here that I'm going to give you is subtraction, okay? So in subtraction, this is how you would define regrouping. Changing a 10 changing a 10 changing a 10 to 10 ones or 100 to 10 tenths. Okay? So that's all I want you guys to worry about is the subtraction definition because that's our focus. Okay? Yes.
I don't get what my illustrations mean.
So illustrations is how would you draw it? How would you draw regrouping? So think of that definition, right? So an illustration might be something like taking a 10, so here's our 10, and changing it to 10 ones. So I'll say equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And then you could draw 100 flat. Ooh. And changing it to 10 tenths. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's your second little hint. Okay, so I'm going to leave this up because I know some of you are still working. But your job is to finish this page. So show your examples and non-examples. Do number 2. Flip it to the next page. Do page 52. So 51, 52. And then that will leave you some time to do Prodigy, extra math, or ABC on math. When we come back at 9:55, I am going to be picking random people to tell me their answers. Now, if you tell me an answer and it's wrong, that's okay, because that shows me you did your work and tried. You will get your credit for that. If I call on you and you tell me you didn't do it, then I can't give you credit for math today, okay? So I'm gonna send you, I'm gonna send you into breakout rooms, right? I'm gonna be popping into the breakout rooms to check on you guys. If you need help, work together, right? Or call me into the room. If you wanna go work on it by yourself, you can log out of Zoom and come back at 9:55, okay? 9:55. So those are your options. Go work on it by yourself or go into the breakout room I'm gonna put you in. If you're ready to go work by yourself, you are good to leave. Okay? I'm gonna start making those breakout rooms.
Bye. I'm gonna leave the meeting.
Okay, that's fine if you wanna leave. Do you have a question, Cayman? Say that again, Cayman? What's a non-example? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
So non-examples would be showing me something that doesn't show regrouping. Okay. All right, just check.